Oh, baby, let's go. We got reloading. Angels, what is going on? The Champ Strider here, and today's video is all about how to practice and get better at those like Reddit-worthy longer flicks that you'll see all over like a Shroud highlight video. And we'll be practicing with Kovaaks 2.0, the meta again. And I have a bunch of very underrated exercises for you guys to practice on, along with some visuals. So let's hop right in and start talking about aim. So now usually I'm kind of a little bit hesitant to talk about the F word in aiming, right? Because a lot of times when we talk about flicking, people think about just blindly swiping their mouse across the screen and clicking randomly, and there's a lot of luck involved in that type of shot. And over here at Striders Angels, we're all about mouse control and keeping good fundamentals. So we don't really want to rely on those luck elements on our flicks. So let's quickly look at a visual over here and talk about some flicking. So if we look at the screenshot here, I added a green box. And this is kind of the zone that we should generally be moving our mouse or making flicks in. Because when you have strong like FPS fundamentals, the zone you're making your flicks in, it's pretty small. And that's because with like map knowledge and good positioning, you kind of have a sense of where enemies will be coming from. And then with good crosshair placement or centering, a lot of times you only have to make very small adjustments to your crosshair to hit enemies. If you watch some good Counter-Strike or Valorant pros play, their mechanics are so strong that the zone they generally flick in is even smaller. And they're really making kind of like fine crosshair adjustments. They're not really flicking at all. So when we talk about hitting like those crazy wild flicks, let's just first say it usually means that you fucked up either on your positioning or your crosshair placement, or for whatever reason, you got yourself in a bad spot. So you got to rely on that kind of like long flick to get yourself out. Or you're more of a W key player like me, and you're going into game knowing you're going to put yourself in bad spots because you want to hit some crazy clips. So now let's look at some Kovacs scenarios that'll help you hit those horizontal flicks and spray transfers that are kind of outside that normal, ideal flicking zone. And this is more me giving you guys some scenarios to add to your routines or add to your normal practice. I have a bunch of more balanced routines on my page that you guys should check out if you're looking for like general FPS or COD improvement. And these kind of like long flicks are kind of a niche thing, so kind of pick and choose from my list and add to your training what you think will best suit yourself. But this is not meant to be like a playlist that you grind daily for the next 6 months. So let's start off with target switching 360 static, and I really like this drill because enemies in Modern Warfare, when they ADS, move extremely slow. And a lot of people just stop moving when they try to aim at all. So if you flick or spray transfer quickly, you can hit some really sexy multi-kills in just one clip. And this drill is just great for practicing those flicks outside of your kind of normal ideal flicking zone. And it'll even have you practice flicking off screen so you can develop some more comfort to swiping to enemies you can't see and using your reactions or recorrections to get on them and burn them down quickly. I then have two other variations of this drill where the targets are just smaller, so use your judgment on which one to train. If you're working on speed, stick with the bigger targets, and of course if you're working more on being precise, use the thin ones. So next we have target switching 360 static thin. And then if you want to make this even more difficult, crank it up to 1,000, we have target switching 360 static extra thin. So now let's get our targets moving because with skill-based matchmaking, I know I don't see too many bots in game anymore, so most of your enemies are going to at least be strafing. So we're going to go with target switching 360, and I love how this drill kind of mimics player movement in Call of Duty. If you watch the targets, they AD spam back and forth, and they even bunny hop. So this is also a great drill to practice some Call of Duty specific tracking. And this is just the moving variation of our first drill, but it's a great way to develop those kind of COD specific flicks to get some nice multi-kills. And then just the last drill is the thin version. It's called target switching 360 thin. And again, this will just focus a bit more on precision and make the targets harder to hit. And there's an extra thin version of this drill, but I really don't like it for Call of Duty. I think it becomes more of a mouse smoothness drill, which is not really what we're working on today. So guys, check out these drills. They're very, very underrated, and not too many players have played them in Kovaaks. So I'd like to see the player count, just grow a little bit, and let me know in the comments which of these 5 you enjoyed playing the most. And if it's your first time here, become an angel by subscribing and smash the like button. And I'll see you guys in a few days. Champ out.